Happy day, children. Today we are going to see chapter 3 Atoms and Molecules, part 4. Last session we have discussed about elements, molecules, how molecules combine together to form different compounds, atomicity. Today we are going to see about ions. So, what is an ion? Metals or non-metals, they will tend to lose electron or gain electron in order to attain the stable configuration. So while they are losing the electron, it becomes plus, that is cation, and when it tends to accept the electrons, it becomes negatively charged anion, that is minus. Okay, so that charge species plus or minus, that is called as ions. So this charge species can be either positive charge or negative charge. Positive charge means cation, negative charge means anion. For example, in the example sodium plus chlorine, sodium it is 11, so its atomic number is 2 comma 8 comma 1. Chlorine is 2 comma 8 comma 7. So sodium will lose its electron, chlorine will accept that one electron in order to attain the stable configuration. So it will loses its one electron. So when it loses its electron, it becomes Na plus, whereas Cl it accepts one electron, so it becomes Cl minus. So the product formed will be NaCl. Now we are going to the important concept, writing chemical formula of chemical compounds. Already we have learnt about the elements and their symbols. I taught you how to write the electronic configuration, then valency. Based upon that, we are going to formulate different chemical formula. First, you need to write the symbol and write the charge or valency. Then you need to do the crisscross. You need to crisscross, and we are going to write the chemical formulae. For example, magnesium chloride. Magnesium chloride, what and all it's there, magnesium and chlorine is there. So first you write the symbol MgCl. Okay, what is the valency for magnesium? It is plus 2, whereas it's chlorine, it is minus 1. You need to crisscross. You write MgCl2. Mg1 you need not include, 1 is understood, subscript 1 is understood. Okay, now you take different example. HCl, for H it is 1, Cl its valency is 1, crisscross will get H1Cl1 minus. Already I have informed you that you need not mention the 1, it is understood. If you take hydrogen sulfide, H, yes, for hydrogen valency is 1, sulfur it is 2. If you do crisscross, we will get H2S. If you take aluminium oxide, for aluminium it is plus 3 oxidation state, for oxygen it is minus 2. If you do the crisscross method, you will get Al2O3. Suppose if it consists of both metals and non-metals, magnesium is a metal, chlorine is a non-metal, always you need to write the symbol of metal first. So magnesium will come first, then it is followed by the non-metal chlorine. This is the second rule. So magnesium is a metal, chlorine is the second. So if you do the crisscross, we will get MgCl2. Suppose if there are more than polyatomic ions in the same compound, you need to enclose the bracket before you are writing the subscript, so that it is understood that if it is more than two elements is present in the compound, you need to polyatomic ion. In case of that, you need to enclose the bracket. We will see the example. For suppose this sodium nitrate, Na. For sodium formula is Na. Nitrate it is minus 1. If you do the crisscross, we will get NaNO3. NO3 it will come 1. So you need not enclose the bracket. In the same case, if you take calcium hydroxide, calcium formula is CaOH, it is minus 1, Ca plus 2. If you do the crisscross, CaOH2. So you need to enclose this OH for the whole OH. Oxygen and hydrogen is that it is called as polyatomic. If there is more than one atom, one element, it is called as poly. In this case, you need to enclose the bracket for OH2. So in case of polyatomic ion, you need to enclose the bracket. If it is 1, you need not enclose. For example, sodium hydroxide, you need not enclose the bracket. Next, we are going into calculation of molecular mass and formula unit mass. Molecular mass. How will you find out the molecular mass? Molecular mass is nothing but sum of atomic mass of all the atoms present in a molecule of a substance. So it is expressed as unit is AMU, atomic mass unit. For example, we'll find out the molecular mass of water, H2O. So however, you need to sum up all the atomic mass of the atoms present in the molecule. So hydrogen, how many atoms of hydrogen? So 2. So 2 into atomic mass of hydrogen is 1 plus sum of. So plus how many atoms of oxygen? It is 1. So 1 into 16. So overall it is 18. I told you what is the unit. It is nu. The similar way the formula unit was the same. How sum of all the atoms present in the formula but in respective of a compound. Atoms present in the formula. Okay. Suppose if you take NaCl, 1 atom of sodium. So Na it is 23. Cl it is 35.5 atomic mass. So you need to find the formula unit mass. 1 into 23 plus 1 into 35.5. So overall it is 58.5 nu. So this is how you will find out the molecular mass and formula unit mass. Then we are moving on to the mole concept. The word mole was coined by the scientist Wilhelm Ostwald. So Latin, mole means heap or the piles of atom. So if you want to represent the heap of atoms is filled up like a stack of atoms, we will represent with the help of the term mole. We will say instead of 12 eggs, we will say it is dozen of eggs, or 12 pens, we will say dozen of pens, right? Or in the quantity, milk instead we'll say 1 liter. So as a whole, if mole means it represents the quantity in number, it possesses the, if you say 1 mole of the molecule, it is the quantity in number, that's the mass equal to its atomic or molecular mass in grams. So we will say the number of particles present in 1 mole of any substance will equal to 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23. This is called as Avogadro number and it is Avogadro constant Na. It is denoted by the symbol Na. So mole means it is used to denote the quantity as a whole. It can be ions, it can be molecules, it can be atoms, it can be compounds. So as a whole, the term mole is used to describe the quantity in number. For example, you calculate the number of moles in 48 grams of helium. So what is the formula? If to find out the mole, N is equal to given mass by molar mass. Given mass is represented by small m, molar mass is capital M. So given mass by molar mass, we need to calculate the molar mass. Molar mass, how will you calculate? It is the same as the molecular mass, only the unit will change from nu to gram. That's all. You need to sum up all the atoms present in the molecule and the unit you need to change it from nu to gram. So what is the given mass? 48. For helium, what is the molar mass? It is 4. So what is the number of moles? It is N is equal to 12. We will work out one numerical in the, it is a example 3.3. Calculate the number of moles for the following. So 52 gram of helium is given. Already I told you for finding out the number of moles, what is the formula? Given mass by molar mass. What is the given mass? 52. What is the molar mass of helium? That is 4. So 4 gram. So 52 by 4. So what is the number of moles? It is 13. They are asking you to find out the number of helium atom. It is the constant. So it will be given number of particles by Avogadro number. Given number of particles by Avogadro number. So it is 2. If atoms mass is given this formula, if particles, you can use this formula. Given number of particles by Avogadro constant.